Hey guys, this is Piper here, and today we're going to be playing some Napoleon Total War. This is actually a battle replay that I saved. I'm playing on the map Pyramids, and it's a 1v1 battle against the Godfather, or the player called the Godfather. So if I remember correctly, this is a Prussia versus Ottoman Ottoman army setup. I think it was low funds as well. No, this looks like 14. Mid funds perhaps? I can't remember. But anyway, we'll go through the armies. So I have 2 lancers on the right flank. Looks like 1, 2. 4 Prussian Fusiliers. We have... Okay, we'll fast forward. Bloody blah. Okay, 2 foot guards. And... I think that's it. We must have had... Okay... 1 lancer on the left flank that I brought over to the right, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Torskis. Anyway, they're very powerful lancers, and we have general in the centre, general staff. So I'm not amazing at this game. I know lots of tricks, and one information that I do have is when you have disciplined armies, Prussia, Great Britain, France, they tend to have high morale, so you don't really need to bring a good general. This is general staff. It's the first general you can get. But an army like Ottoman, you'd want to bring a better general because you don't have that much morale on the soldiers. So Prussia, very good balanced army all round. Some of the best lights in the game. Musketeers, fairly good. Not as good as Great Britain. Good stats, and fairly good foot guards. And hopefully the lancers will do damage as well. And we'll go through our opponent's army. He's gone with, I pronounce that, Nazam Kedet rifles. I think that's how you pronounce it. So he's gone with 4 of them. They're sharpshooters. He's obviously got stuff over here. He's got mounted Nazim Kedet rifles. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those dudes. I think they're just line. Yeah. Okay, so they're line. Don't think they're actually that good. Played this battle a long time ago. And he's got Simen Janissaries. They're really good. We have 2 of the Beylik Janissary Musketeers on the left flank. He's got a unit of Basha Bazooks left flank, and his general is Ibrahim Basha. And I think he's got cavalry hidden somewhere, perhaps on the right flank. So you can see he's taking position on the hill, and I'm moving my troops around. So we'll fast forward this. So you can see my army's pretty good formation, keeping my cavalry close to my infantry, and keeping my lights in the front. So he's bringing over his mounted rifles over. These guys suck in hand-to-hand combat. So we're going to get a charge in with the Lancers. Okay, that's like a perfect charge. We're attacking the rear of the mounted rifles and they're stationary. So we've pretty much neutralised the rifles already, they're already routing. Okay, that was a big mistake by the opponent. That one unit was vulnerable by itself. He should have backed them up with better cavalry. So that was a bit of a waste. I think, in all fairness, this guy's actually quite a new player. At the time I was fairly new, but I'd played a couple of multiplayer games before. So he's going to rush over. I think I'm going to quickly rush as well. So he's moving over his sharpshooters, and usually when you bring Ottoman Empire, the strengths are melee. So a good strategy is to bring the Semat Janissaries. They're really good, and some of the elite line. However, the elite line, it's okay, but it would be beaten by Great Britain, so it's not that good. But it is good if used correctly. But if you can get a lot of your melee troops into combat, that's a much better way of using Ottoman Empire. So we're going to march forward our Fusiliers. We're going to keep our main line back. This might be a really bad strategy. As I said, I'm still learning the game. I'm not the best at Napoleon. I notice a lot of players tend to mix the light in with the line, so they have like a lot more firepower at once. That's another good strategy. Quite often, I've got cavalry superiority in this battle, I think, because I've got four lancers on the left flank, so I'm not going to get charged down. So these guys are pretty safe. Keep my musketeers back from any loose fire, and I've got my foot guards in as a reserve. Also, the idea with Lancers is Ottoman is very powerful with melee troops, but they don't take too well with cavalry charges. So if these guys charge the Semat there, they'll suffer a lot of casualties. So Godfather is going in for a charge with his Semat Janissaries, and these guys will withdraw, and we're going to have a double layer of firepower now. We've got the musketeers at the back, and we've got lights at the front. Oh, they're actually foot guards. So he's actually using the hill pretty well. I can't really attack uphill. He would have the advantage with the better melee stats there. However, his right flank is very vulnerable. We have basically 4 units of almost full strength lancers. So these will do a lot of damage to his melee troops. I can see here pulling back the lights, and these guys are getting a lot of damage inflicted upon them. Okay, send in 2 troops lancers. These guys will hold up the melee troops, and that's 1 unit already routed. Quite often it's a good idea to put on experience points on these troops. You can see there, he went for the charge against the lancers, swapped to targets against the lights, and that slowed him down for maybe like half a second, but it was enough to make him rout. Okay, again we're pushing forward. with the foot guards and the lights. Okay, these guys are properly lined out. And pushing forward with the musketeers and the lights in the centre. Bring round the lancers. So targeting the lancers with the musketeers, with the rifles, they do have a range advantage over my lights, so they can be useful. And he's using the hill here to fire over his melee troops, which is a good strategy. Probably unintentional, but it does actually work well. If he was to put in, if he was to move his line forward, he could have a unit of lights at the back firing above, because the way the bullets fire, they fire in an arc, so that's a strategy of getting more firepower inflicted. So we've got our lancers charging the backs of the enemy. He's bringing forward his general unit.
We have killed their general.
He's just died, and that will inflict a lot of morale damage to the rest of the Ottoman army. So that was a pretty decisive win. I think it was, my player was pretty new at the game, but again, it was a good game. And you can just check out some of the stats here. Enemies killed 507 and the Godfather 166. So again, he's quite a new player. However, he did his best and he never rage quit, and that's always quite a big thing in Napoleon. A lot of high ranking players with lots of stars tend to rage quit a lot. Not to say that all high ranking players rage quit, but it's good to see someone play to the end without quitting. So thanks for the game. This is Piper signing off.